Maria was once a woman of vibrant beauty, her presence lighting up every room she entered. Her heart overflowed with love for her two young children, who were the very essence of her existence. She lived for their laughter, their innocent joy, and the simple moments they shared together. Then, tragedy struck. Her husband, consumed by pride and vanity, shattered their family. He was no longer the man she once knew. He abandoned them, seeking solace in the arms of a wealthy woman. Maria was devastated, her world crumbling around her. The pain of betrayal cut deep, leaving her spirit in tatters. She felt an unbearable weight pressing down on her soul. She wandered aimlessly, clutching her children close, desperate for a solution to her unbearable pain. The world seemed bleak and unforgiving. The weight of her sorrow led her to the river's edge, a place where the water's murmur seemed to call out to her. The rushing water seemed to whisper a dark promise, a promise of escape from her torment, a way to end her suffering. In a moment of despair and madness, she took her children's lives and then her own. The river claimed them all. Now, she is La Llorona, the weeping woman, a ghostly figure bound by her tragic fate, a specter forever bound to the river, cursed to wander the night searching for her lost children. Her sorrow knows no end. Her cries echo through the darkness, a chilling reminder of the tragedy that befell her. The night air is filled with her sorrowful wails, a testament to her eternal grief. La Llorona appears as a wisp of a memory, a fleeting shadow that haunts the edges of our consciousness. A figure draped in white, her long dark hair cascading down her back, flowing like a river of sorrow. Her face, once radiant, is now a mask of sorrow, etched with the pain of her eternal torment, a visage of endless grief. Her eyes, pools of endless grief, pierce the veil of night, searching for something she can never reclaim, a lost fragment of her shattered soul. Those unfortunate enough to meet her gaze are paralyzed with fear, their blood turning to ice, their hearts gripped by an unrelenting terror. Her cries, filled with a mother's anguish, send shivers down their spines, echoing through the night like a mournful wail. A bone-chilling cold follows in her wake, a physical manifestation of her despair, freezing the very air around her. She is a chilling reminder of the fragility of life, of the darkness that can consume even the purest of hearts. A spectral symbol of lost innocence and unending sorrow. The river, once a source of life, is now her spectral hunting ground. Its banks, shrouded in mist and shadows, whisper tales of her sorrow. The air hangs heavy with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves, a suffocating reminder of death's embrace. The moon, a pale orb in the inky sky, casts long, distorted shadows, transforming familiar landscapes into eerie, unsettling visions. The rustling of leaves sends shivers down the spine, every sound a potential whisper of her approach. Fear hangs heavy in the air, a tangible presence that smothers all hope. It is a place where reason surrenders to primal terror, where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. On the darkest nights when the wind whispers through the trees, a sense of unease settles over the land. Her cries pierce the silence, sending shivers down the spine of anyone who hears them. They echo across the water, carried on the breeze, mingling with the rustling leaves and the distant hoot of an owl. Reaching the ears of those foolish enough to wander near, the sound is both haunting and mesmerizing. Some dismiss it as the howling of coyotes, a natural sound in the wilderness, their cries blending with the mournful sounds of the night, creating a symphony of sorrow. But those who have heard her story know the truth, a truth that chills them to their core. It is a warning, a chilling reminder of her eternal torment, a sorrow that knows no end. Children are warned to stay away from the river's edge, their parents' voices filled with urgency and fear, their parents recounting tales of her ghostly apparition, stories passed down through generations. They speak of her searching for children to replace those she lost, her sorrow turning to a desperate quest, her grief driving her to steal the innocent, a tragic figure lost in her own despair. The stories serve as a cautionary tale, a warning to the young and old alike, a reminder of the darkness that lurks at the edge of their world, waiting to claim the unwary. One night, a young boy, disobeying his parents' warnings, ventured too close to the river. He had heard the stories but dismissed them as mere superstition. He stood at the water's edge, his youthful curiosity outweighing his fear. The air grew cold, and a thick fog rolled in, cloaking the river in an ethereal mist. He heard a soft sob, a sound filled with such profound sadness that it pierced his heart. He turned to see her, a figure shrouded in white, her face pale and drawn. Her eyes, filled with a bottomless well of grief, met his.